Hey look, I'm Noah! Howdy, howdy, howdy. What is up, you guys? It's your boy HMK once again, and let me get that sound off. Let me know if you're hyped in the comment section below. Let's get it. Who here is hyped for Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Now, big primer when it comes to this video. Not really, there's not spoilers or anything like that, but be sure to dodge spoilers because the game has indeed leaked. There's copies out there being sold on eBay right now. People I feel are playing the game right now, so be very cautious. We have less than a week to go. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I am so excited for this game. And now, I want to know another thing before getting into this video. Who here was able to complete Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Future Connected, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Torna? If you're able to do that before the game came out, yo, congratulations, more power to you. If you haven't, ooh, it's gonna be tough. But what about Xenoblade Chronicles X? Well, you know, we don't know if it's gonna be canon 2, 3 or not. What about Xenosaga? Good game, but not Xenoblade, not Xenosaga. It's all part of the Xeno series, the meta Xeno series. But when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I feel that you guys really, please don't sleep on this game. Considering that, you know, the special edition is being scalped to hell and back, I want to assume that you guys are not. But, you know, Xenoblade has been going through such an amazing yet weird journey when it first came out on the Wii. And of course, it didn't come out everywhere, especially in North America, until Operation Rainfall, right? And I've played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and these games, I played X, these games are truly phenomenal and really something special when it comes to the characters, when it comes to the world. The world that can be really enjoyable to explore. And of course, the gameplay and the story. I'm pretty sure I said story already, or characters, but I meant to say character, story, or whatnot. And, you know, a lot of people really don't feel the gameplay, which is fine because it really plays like an MMORPG, but it's, you know, it's action based, it's action, even though it's still like on a cooldown timer, it's still, you know, auto attack and still, you know, dodge, evade, I should say, is a stat that you have to raise, but it looks like not anymore in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which, by the way, is a small thing, but it goes so hard, like being able to like reposition yourself in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, because you couldn't do that in 1 and 2. But, you know, sliding, dashing within battle in order to get that, you know, slide attack up or back attack up. I cannot wait for that game. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 tells a story that will reveal the futures of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 and combine them. And yes, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 are canon to each other. If you need an explanation why, I've got a video in the description box below that explains it all. But don't listen to what they said in the past, because apparently, you know, they're like, oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is not canon to 1, it's not connected to 1. That's major count. They're connected, and now we are seeing the fruits of that connection within that of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. My favorite part going into the hype of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the idea that we're having this war, this world in this war that is like so hell-bent on the idea of sucking the life out of other, you know, factions, or I should say there's two factions, Kevis and Agnes, right? And whoever is like winning that battle gets to suck the life out of all those people who are dying or dead into the flame clock, which I want to assume sustains, you know, the other nation. It's not really elaborated on yet, but I'm guessing they're going to use that, you know, that fire force, that flame force, that life force in order to either sustain their queen, which, by the way, or use in order to create more of the people, because that's the really messed up, that's the really fucked up thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, that these people are like bred to only last 10 years, and they're bred to be adults, and all they know is to fight. And then once the 10 years is up, or they fall in battle, then it's back into the juicer, and then they produce another one. And I'm like, okay, first of all, who made the story and who hurt you, right? And we all know who wrote the story, you know. But I'm really excited to see that, considering that Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, in my opinion, each individually, and especially combined, have some of the best stories that, you know, JRPGs have to offer, especially Xenoblade Chronicles 1, right? A lot of people sandbag Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for some, you know, pretty warranted criticisms, which is like, all right, but I feel that it's bogged down by those criticisms, which sometimes are like, blown out of control, blown way out of proportion, and the game itself is actually pretty much a really treasure of a game. Sure, the designs are extremely horny in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but the game itself is actually not that horny. Like, there's probably like just 2 horny jokes throughout I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 horny jokes throughout the entirety of the game, but the game itself is not horny, but the designs are like, however you feel about that. But the game's music, the game's combat, and the story itself, like, people really don't understand how good of a story Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has when it comes to the game itself. And the reason why they don't play is because of designs and other criticisms, which is like, okay, fine, I get it. Oh, the voice acting sucks, I switched to the Japanese. Oh, the designs, I understand. But another case in point, like if you're planning to get into Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is that the game actually has like a 10-hour-ish, like a 10 to 15 hour-ish, tutorial. They really don't take off the training wheels for a very long time in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I feel is a very valid turnoff. But I'm telling you, once the training wheels are off, the game opens up so beautifully. And I'm like, I couldn't put it down. I could not put it down. Now, thankfully, from what we've been hearing when it comes to hands-on gameplay about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, yes, this video is about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, is that the tutorial, when the training wheels truly comes off in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, is a lot shorter than Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is good. I've been here like around 3 to 5 hours, which I'm like, okay, for a game that's probably gonna suck 200 hours out of you plus, I'm just super ready for that. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1 didn't really have that problem. Like, I feel that the training wheels came off in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, in my opinion, once that happens, which is like 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 hours into the game. And when that happens, then it's like, it's ready to roll, right? So with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, refining the combat that has been seen in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 into 3, I just feel like it's going to be a really, really, really good game. They're taking aspects from both 1 and 2. They're taking the gem crafting from 1. They're taking the, the command menu style a little bit, mostly from 2, but still from 1 and whatnot. And, melding the classes and being able, like, bro, let me tell you, I'm loving the fact that a lot of video games are picking up from other RPGs in which you could do switching in real time. My favorite example up until this point was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am loving the fact that RPGs are doing that now. Kingdom Hearts 4, please, I would love to swap between Sora and Donald and Goofy in real time. I would love to control Donald and Goofy or whatnot. But in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you can swap between all of your party members on the fly in order to control them and feel out their gameplay to see if you want to switch any of the classes that you have in the game to like either have them all matched up or have your own lineup of stuff. I cannot wait to see the meta teams. It's like, oh yeah, all sword fighter team. It's like, oh, all medic gunner team, and all of the rogue class team, a team from what we see with the other heroes, that you can collect all of these other classes, and they're adding classes to DLC. I am ready. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 really messed around with that a lot, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 1 established the classes that you can't really like swap, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 really showed off those classes and like different types of weaponry when it comes to the blades. But now for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I was really hoping it's like, what's gonna be the collection thing? What's gonna be the class dictation thing? And this is just super hype. I cannot wait to see who I'm gonna meet. You'll never know who you'll meet next. And I'm so ready to see what their classes are able to do and just like have everyone just roll up with swords, or everyone roll up with guns, or everyone roll up with giant hammers. That's gonna be so tight. I'm ready, and I'm ready to see the content creation on Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to see like, oh, this team is the best. You can get this aggro the most. You can get this DPS the best, and this and that, and just like, that's really exciting. And the drip, just exchanging drip. I'm just like, okay, everyone roll up with the red jackets. We gonna represent the 5th dimension. And then that's not to say, after everything I've said in this video, the world of Ionius that literally combines aspects from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You can literally, see things from both games. Gaur Plains, you can see the Titan of Uriah that got split right open by the mech on his sword. And I'm like, okay. You can even see Morthra, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the cityscape that is like now taken back by the jungle area. I'm just like, all of this is just like, I'm ready to explore, I'm ready to get lost in the sauce. But I want to know, like, one thing I really want to know is, how is this world gonna work? Is it like gonna be a round planet and stuff like that? Because we never dealt with anything like round in Xenoblade before. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles X, mirror, fine. Xenoblade Chronicles X, mirror, fine. But like in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, you know, there's the Mechonis and the Bionis, and just like, okay, 2 titans, that's the world. And then the other titans in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that you have to go from titan to titan on the, you know, over the Cloud Sea, and they have their own, like, you know, agricultural like differences and whatnot. But I want to see how the world works in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Is it going to be a sphere again? Because we've seen that there's boats on the sea, and we've seen that there's robots, and I'm saying, like, listen, if Nintendo's holding back a reveal that we can use Skells in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, it's over. It's a wrap. Because we've seen people pilot things in the trailer, so I mean, like, yeah, let's go, please. And this game comes out in a week, guys. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna stream it, because this is one of those games, like, there's a couple of games that I love to stream, like, like right out of the gate, right out of pocket. But this game looks like it's gonna be some real special. I might just hold that up to myself. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to stream it, but I'm excited. I'm hyped. Are you? Leave your comments and anything else in the comment section below when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK. And let me know if you want to see more Xenoblade content, especially after the game's release. Until then, this has been your boy, HMK, and I'll check you guys later.